Welcome to 9th Standard Biology class. Last week we discussed about human digestive system. In this week we are going to learn about human excretory system. We know that all the living things are made up of cells. In cells, the metabolic activities are continuously taking place. What is meant by metabolic activities? The chemical reactions that takes place in the cells. It is called biochemical reactions. During these biochemical reactions, metabolic products are produced. All these metabolic products are not used by the body because it contains certain nitrogenous waste substances. These are called excretory products. In human being, urea is the major excretory product. The tissues and the organs associated with the removal of waste products is called excretory system. In human excretory system consists of a pair of kidney which produce the urine, a pair of ureter which conducts the urine from the kidney to the urinary bladder where urine is stored temporarily, and urethra through which the urine is sent out by the bladder contractions. What happens if the waste products are accumulated and not eliminated? They become harmful and poisonous to the body. So, excretion plays an important role in maintaining the homeostatic condition of the body. Some of the excretory organs other than kidneys are skin and lungs. Skin removes the small amount of water, urea and salt in the form of sweat, and the lungs eliminate carbon dioxide and water vapor through exhaling. Skin is the outermost covering of the body. It covers all over the body in the form of a layer. It accounts for 15% of an adult human body weight. There are many structures and glands are present in the skin. It eliminates metabolic wastes through perspiration. Perspiration means sweating. The human body functions normally at a temperature of about 37 degrees Celsius. What is the normal temperature of human body? 37 degrees Celsius. When it gets hot, sweat glands start secreting sweat. The sweat contains water with a small amount of other chemicals like ammonia, urea, lactic acid and salt. Salt means mainly sodium chloride. The sweat passes through the pores in the skin and gets evaporated. Kidneys are bean-shaped organs, reddish-brown in color. The kidneys lie on either side of the vertebral column in the abdominal cavity attached to the dorsal body wall. The right kidney is placed lower than the left kidney because the liver takes up much space on the right side. Regarding the size of the kidney, each kidney is about 11 cm long, 5 cm wide and 3 cm thick. The kidney is covered by 3 layers. The outermost layer is the connective tissue layer. The second layer is the fat capsule or adipose capsule. The innermost layer is renal capsule. Internally, the kidney consists of 2 regions. The outer darker region called cortex, the inner lighter region called medulla. The outer darker region is called cortex, the inner lighter region is called medulla. Both the region contains nephrons or uriniferous tubules. Nephrons are the basic structural and functional units of the kidney. The medulla consists of multitubular conical masses called medullary pyramids or renal pyramids. Humans have an average of 7 to 18 renal pyramids per kidney. The base of these pyramids lies towards the cortex. On the inner concave side of the kidney, a notch called hilum is present, through which the blood vessels, nerves enter in and the urine leaves out. The apex of the renal pyramid is called renal papilla. This renal papilla is associated with the structure is known as minor calyx. This minor calyx collects the urine from the pyramids. Number of minor calyx join together to form the major calyx. The urine passes through the major calyx into renal pelvis. Renal pelvis is the flattened funnel-shaped structure. From the renal pelvis, the urine drains into the ureter. We know that kidneys are bean shaped. The outer surface is convex shape. The inner surface is concave shape. On that concave side, there is a deep incision is present that is called a hilum. Ureters are thin muscular tubes comes out from the hilum. Urine enters the ureter from the renal pelvis and it is conducted along the ureter by the peristaltic movement of its wall. What is peristaltic movement? Contraction and relaxation. The ureters carry the urine from the kidney to the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is a sac-like structure which lies in the pelvic cavity of the abdomen. It stores the urine temporarily. Urethra is the membranous tube which conducts the urine to the exterior. The urethral sphincters keep the urethra closed and opens only at the time of micturition. Micturition means the process of urination. Next we are going to learn about the functions of kidney. Kidney maintains the fluid and electrolyte balance in our body. It regulates acid balance of blood, maintains the osmotic pressure in blood and tissues, helps to retain the important plasma constituents like glucose and amino acids. கிட்னி நம்ம உடம்பில் இருக்கிற கெமிக்கல்ஸை பேலன்ஸ்டாக வச்சுக்கிறதுக்கு உதவியாக இருக்குது. ஆஸ்மாட்டிக் ப்ரெஷரை மெயின்டைன் பண்ணுது, குளுக்கோஸ் லெவலை மெயின்டைன் பண்ணுது, நம்ம உடம்பில் இருக்கிற சால்ட்ஸை மெயின்டைன் பண்ணுது. ஓகே, now let us learn about the structure of nephron. Each kidney consists of more than 1 million nephrons. Nephrons are uriniferous tubules or the structural and functional units of the kidneys. Each nephron consists of renal corpuscle or Malpighian corpuscle and renal tubule. The renal corpuscle consists of a cup-shaped structure called Bowman's capsule containing a bunch of capillaries called glomerulus. Blood enters the glomerular capillaries through afferent arterioles and leaves out through efferent arterioles. The Bowman's capsule continues as the renal tubule, which consists of three regions: the proximal convoluted tubule, U-shaped hairpin loop, the loop of Henle, and the distal convoluted tubule. The distal convoluted tubule opens into the collecting tubule. The nitrogenous wastes are drained into the renal pelvis, which leads to ureter and stored in the urinary bladder. Urine is expelled out through the urethra. Now we are going to learn about mechanism of urine formation. எப்படி urine form ஆகுதுன்றது. This process involves 3 stages. The urine formation involves 3 stages. The first stage is glomerular filtration. Second stage is tubular reabsorption. And the third stage is tubular secretion. The mechanism of urine formation involves 3 stages. First stage is glomerular filtration. Second is tubular reabsorption. And the third is tubular secretion. Now let us learn in detail. Urine formation starts with the filtration of the blood. Where the filtration takes place? It takes place through the glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule. The walls of the glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule is made up of epithelial cells. These cells allow the substance to pass through them. So, the substances from the blood is passed from the glomerular wall, that is the capillary wall, and diffuses into the Bowman's capsule. This contains all the essential and non-essential substances which is present in the blood. So, this fluid is called glomerular filtrate. This fluid is called glomerular filtrate. Urine formation உடைய first stage glomerular filtration அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். நமக்கு ஏற்கனவே தெரியும் glomerulus Bowman's capsule இது ரெண்டும் சேர்ந்தது தான் renal corpuscle அப்படின்னு. இந்த glomerulus it is made up of blood capillaries இல்லையா, அதுக்குள்ளே blood சப்ளை ஆகும். இந்த பிளட்டில் இருக்கிற எல்லா சப்ஸ்டன்ஸும் இந்த glomerular வாலை கிராஸ் பண்ணி Bowman's capsuleோட வாலை கிராஸ் பண்ணி Bowman's capsuleக்குள்ளே போகும். எப்படின்னா இந்த கிளாமருலஸ் வாலும் பவுமேன்ஸ் கேப்சூலோட வாலும் வந்து எபித்தீலியல் செல்ஸால் செய்யப்பட்டது. நம்ம ரத்தத்தில் இருக்கிற எல்லா சப்ஸ்டன்ஸுமே எப்படி நம்ம வந்து ஃபில்டர் பண்ணுறோம், கிச்சனில் வந்து டீ வடிகட்டுறோம், அந்த மாதிரி அதில் இருக்கிற எல்லா சப்ஸ்டன்ஸையுமே வந்து இந்த கிளாமருலர் வால் வழியாக பவுமேன்ஸ் கேப்சூலுக்குள்ளே என்டர் ஆகிடும். நம்ம உடம்புக்கு தேவையானது தேவையில்லாத எல்லா சப்ஸ்டன்ஸும், ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் அமினோ ஆசிட்ஸு, குளுக்கோஸு, மினரல்ஸு, இதோட சேர்ந்த நைட்ராஜினஸ் வேஸ்ட்டு எல்லாமே வந்து ஃபில்டர் ஆகி அந்த பவுமேன்ஸ் கேப்சூலுக்குள்ளே இறங்கும். அப்போது நம்ம உடம்புக்கு தேவையானது தேவையில்லாதது ரெண்டுமே வந்து அந்த பவுமேன்ஸ் கேப்சூலுக்குள்ளே ஃபில்டர் ஆகி என்டர் ஆகும். ஸோ அதுக்கு பேர் வந்து கிளாமருலார் ஃபில்ட்ரேட். ஸோ இந்த கிளாமருலார் ஃபில்ட்ரேட்டில் எசென்ஷியல் சப்ஸ்டன்ஸும் இருக்கும், நான் எசென்ஷியல் சப்ஸ்டன்ஸும் இருக்கும். ஓகே, இந்த ஃபில்ட்ரேஷன் நடக்கும்போது லார்ஜர் மாலிக்யூல்ஸ், ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஆர்பிசி, டபிள்யூபிசி, பிளேட்லெட்ஸ், இந்த மாதிரியான சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ்லாம் வந்து ஃபில்டர் ஆகாது. ஏன்னா வந்து இந்த மாலிகுலர் சைஸ் வந்து பெருசு. சின்ன சைஸில் இருக்கிற மாலிக்யூல்ஸ் மட்டும்தான் இது வழியாக ஃபில்டர் ஆகும். இந்த பிளட் செல்ஸ்லலாம் வந்து அதுலேயே வந்து கிளாமருலஸ்லேயே வந்து ரீட்டைன் ஆகிடும். The second stage of urine formation is tubular reabsorption. In this stage, the filtrate is passed through the proximal tubule. Here, the essential substances such as glucose, amino acids, vitamins, sodium, potassium, bicarbonates and water, these are reabsorbed into the blood by the process of selective reabsorption. The second stage பேர் வந்து tubular reabsorption. இந்த glomerular filtrate பவுமேன்ஸ் கேப்சூல்லேருந்து இந்த ஃபஸ்ட்டு டியூப்லர் பார்ட் ப்ராக்சிமல் டிபியூலுக்கு வரும். அப்போது என்ன ஆகும்னா உடம்புக்கு தேவையான எசென்ஷியல் சப்ஸ்டன்ஸ், குளுக்கோஸ், அமினோ ஆசிட்ஸ், விட்டமின், சோடியம், பொட்டாசியம் எல்லாமே திரும்பவும் ரீஅப்சார்வ் ஆகும், திரும்பவும் உறிஞ்சப்படும். உறிஞ்சி மறுபடியும் வந்து பிளட்டு ஸ்ட்ரீமுக்கு அனுப்பும். இந்த ப்ராசஸ்க்கு பேர் வந்து செலக்டிவ் ரீஅப்சார்ப்ஷன். The final stage of urine formation is tubular secretion. During this stage, the substance such as hydrogen and the potassium ions are secreted into the tubule. This tubular filtrate is finally known as urine. This is hypertonic in man. Finally, it is passed through the collecting ducts to the pelvis and through the ureter into the urinary bladder. When the urinary bladder is full, the urine is expelled out through the urethra. This process is called micturition. A healthy person excretes 1 to 2 liters of urine per day. A small recap for the mechanism of urine formation. In the glomerulus, ultrafiltration of the blood takes place. From there, it reaches into the Bowman's capsule. It is called a glomerulus filtrate. This glomerulus filtrate enters into the proximal convoluted tubule. Here, the reabsorption of water, glucose, sodium and chloride ion takes place. Then it reaches into loop of Henle. Here the reabsorption of water and sodium ion takes place. From there it passes into the distal convoluted tubule. Here the reabsorption of chloride and water takes place. From there it enters into the collecting tubule. From the collecting tubule it enters into the collecting duct. Here it is called a urine. From there it enters into the ureter. From the ureter it reaches into the urinary bladder. There it is temporarily stored. Once it filled, then it is sent out from the body through urethra. Each kidney consists of more than 1 million nephrons. So, 2 healthy kidneys contain a total of about 2 million nephrons. These 2 million nephrons which filter about 180 liters of blood per day. The kidneys reabsorb and redistribute 99% of the blood volume and only 1% of the blood filtered becomes urine. When 2 kidneys lose their filtering efficiency, excessive amount of fluid and toxic waste accumulated in the body. This condition is known as kidney failure or renal failure. For this, an artificial kidney is used to filter the blood of the patient. The patient is said to be put on dialysis, and the process of purifying blood by an artificial kidney is called hemodialysis. When renal failure cannot be treated by drug or dialysis, the patients are advised for kidney transplantation. In 1954, Joseph E. Murray and his colleagues at Peter Bent Brigham Hospital in Boston, USA, performed first successful kidney transplant between Ronald and Richard, who were identical twins. The recipient, Richard Herrick, died after 8 years of transplantation. So students, today you learned about the human excretory system. In this session, you learned about the structure of kidneys, functions of kidneys, structure of nephron, the urine formation mechanism, and what is hemodialysis. Students, eat healthy diet, stay safe, and have a nice day.